Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Josh.
And Jack.
And we are back with episode 2 of the Packrat Show. We have not figured out a better name yet, so you're just going to have to bear with us for right now. So we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about this week, but we're going to start off by talking about 3 different books that have come out. And Jack's going to start us off by talking about Six Guns from Marvel.
Yep.
And it's a 5-issue miniseries, right?
Yep, started this week.
Okay. So I will let Jack take it. I'm so sorry. It was just foul, wasn't it? I'm going to let Jack take it.
So this week I read Six Guns from Marvel Comics by Andy Diggle. Now basically this was a modern Western set in 2011, but with all Western archetype characters. You have characters like the Black Rider, Tarantula, and just kind of characters like that. This book was a lot of fun. The art was kind of light, cartoony, but you had a lot of really cool violent scenes going on, a lot of shoot-ups that you'd expect from a Western. So if you're into Westerns at all, or if you're into kind of crime thrillers with little plots going on from higher ups in the system, this is definitely one you want to check out. And now Josh is going to take a look at some 60 Boys.
Yes, I did check out The Boys. Say that again. Check out The Boys tonight. First time, issue 60. And I did it on Jamie's recommendation. I was actually completely unfamiliar with it. I know it was written by Garth Ennis. As best I can gather, as someone who's never read anything about it before, it is about a group of agents who are in charge of keeping superheroes in check the world over. Does that sound right, Jamie? I hear that sounds right. The art was also kind of cartoony, but certainly a little bit dark. It's definitely a graphic comic. There's some pretty violent stuff in here, but it's actually really fun. It's kind of like a really dark form of humor. I guess it made me think of the movie Very Bad Things somehow. It's definitely dark, and the story was interesting, but at the same time, I didn't have a lot of backstory on the characters since I'm kind of new to it. But if you're looking for something that's just like a fun one-shot, gonna definitely give you some blood and gore, you should definitely check it out because it was a lot of fun to read. So, The Boys number 60, totally worth checking out. And if you're a fan, I can't really speak to it, but you'll have to let me know. So. And finally, Jack and I both read Uncanny X-Men number 1, which is the relaunch of Uncanny X-Men, just happened this week. It'll be coming out tomorrow. And what did you think about it, man?
Well, I haven't been reading X-Men in a long time. I thought it was a setup to an interesting story. I don't know if it's necessarily the kind of X-Men story that I want to read. There's a lot of character bits that I don't really agree with. Cyclops comparing the X-Men to like Iraq and North Korea.
Yeah, those
I wasn't a huge fan of. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's hard to misuse Namor. He just kind of says Imperious Rex and smashes stuff, but
right.
The story was just a little bit thin to me. I thought the art was fine, but I wouldn't pick it up again, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I felt like they were doing a good setup for like bigger things later on, and I think like the core of a lot of the characters seemed to make sense. So, like Cyclops is very naturally kind of assumes that leadership role, and you know it does start off with like a bigger combat situation. You know, obviously it's not like a Daredevil situation where the X-Men are beating on street thugs. It's their job to kind of deal with the bigger problems and superpowers that kind of occur in the Marvel universe. So, I think I'm kind of in the same boat on this one. I think it definitely shows promise, but it wasn't exactly my cup of tea, being kind of from like the older school of X-Men, being kind of used to them. So, in November, we're actually going to be having, every Saturday, local artists are going to be offering their interpretation on Jim Henson's Muppets, and we're also going to be showing all of their television shows and a lot of the different movies that they've had. So if you stop by here any Saturday in November, you're going to be able to check out a lot of local artists and how they, what their interpretation of the Muppets are, and you'll get to see a lot of Muppet stuff pretty much all month long.
Waka waka.
The last thing we want to talk about is we're starting this new thing called weekly video deals. What that means is every episode you watch, we're going to be offering a new discount or some new incentive for some piece of merchandise in the store. So, Jack, what do we have this week?
This week, we have a sale on all Walking Dead stuff. So, the board game, the graphic novels, the toys, 10% off all of that stuff. Now, that's not in addition to any discounts that you already have with the store, but it's 10%. You get like $4 off of this, so that's pretty awesome. Walking Dead, biggest comic book in the world right now, so definitely worth a look.
Absolutely, and that deal is going to run until we release episode 3 of the Packrat Show. So we're trying to make it a weekly show, but if we get caught up and busy, hey, this promotion could last for like 2-3 weeks, depending on if I get caught up in a Walking Dead marathon myself and just become shiftless and not doing much. So,
or if you get killed by zombies.
Or if I get killed by zombies. So that's all we got for this week, so stay tuned for episode 3. Next week we'll have another new video deal, and just stay tuned for any new promotions we have, and also any new events that might be coming out in November and December. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. See ya.
Bye.